There will be all to play for on the last day of the LV County Championship match between Warwickshire and Lancashire at Edgbaston. The penultimate day at least saw some more attacking cricket than the previous two. Warwickshire began day 3 on a 130 for 4, which had used up 71 overs, that being in reply to Lancashire's 286, and after Will Porterfield added a rare boundary to his overnight score of 51, the Irishman's long vigil was ended when he guided this ball from Tom Smith to Andrea Agathangalou in the gully. Porterfield had faced 198 balls for his 57 runs in more than 4.5 hours of crease occupation. With him out of the way, the tempo of the innings changed altogether, which made some wonder why the opener had been in a rut for so long. Ricky Clark showed what was possible when he came in with his side on 142 for 5. The overs in which bonus points could be scored had been slipping away, and so Clark clearly wanted to make up for the stodgy approach from those at the top of the order. With these aggressive shots, we suddenly had a different game on our hands. It wasn't only Clark who altered things. Tim Ambrose also played brightly, as he too found scoring boundaries a much easier task than those above him in the batting order had managed. Quickly, the morning session was beginning to belong to the home team, with these two earning their side a batting bonus point and nearly a second one too. This was a bit more like it, unless you happen to be a Lancashire bowler. Whereas Porterfield's 50 had occupied 177 deliveries, Ambrose, who'd begun the day on 12, reached his off 84 balls, getting there with his 7th boundary. The deficit had been reduced to 67 at this point, and with these two both playing well, Warwickshire may have fancied their chances of earning a substantial first innings advantage. But the lunch break upset the rhythm of this partnership, which had realised 97 runs in 28 overs, when Ambrose on 62 was trapped in front of his stumps by Kyle Hogg. Clark then moved to his half-century, one made off 101 balls. He also took his side past 250 for a second and final batting bonus point. This was the batsman's 7th 4, although it certainly wasn't his greatest ever shot. Simon Carrigan was the unlucky bowler there, as Clark went on to make 56 before he was out with the score on 255 and the deficit at 31. Carrigan getting his man this time by bowling him around his legs. Warwickshire were just 14 runs adrift when they lost their 8th wicket, Jitan Patel finding Alex Davis off Hogg with a bit of a swish. When Carrigan then found some turn to disturb Chris Wright's stumps, there was nothing really between these two teams, with the home side's lead only 7. The fact that they ended up with an advantage of 36 runs was largely down to Keith Barker, a man who struggled with the bat for much of this summer. He has made some very handy scores in the lower order over the past couple of years, but the 44 he made here was his best effort of the season to date. He was left not out as Boyd Rankin was bowled by Smith trying to go big. Warwickshire had been dismissed in the 124th over for 322 to earn their slender lead. That lead was very quickly knocked off, however, with Paul Horton and Davis playing in a very positive manner, especially off Wright, whose opening spell of 3 overs went for 27 runs. Those turgid couple of days were now a thing of the past. Indeed, Davis was even able to hit a 6, helping a short ball from Barker over the long leg boundary as the innings began in an encouraging fashion for Lancashire. Davis is quickly developing as a handy opening bat for his county, and he was looking good here as he and his partner went on to make the best first innings partnership for Lancashire this season of 71, and that was done in just 16 overs, quite a contrast to what had happened in the first innings. The day looked over when a heavy shower hit town, but they were back on 90 minutes later with 16 overs of the day left. Horton should have gone but was dropped off Patel by Varun Chopra. Instead, it was Davis who was out first, padding up to Patel to be given out LBW to a turning ball, having made 30. Things slowed up again after that as we approached the end of the day, and then Horton nicked off to Rankin for 42 to perhaps just give Warwickshire the edge as we enter the final day of this match. Lancashire will start again on 84 for 2, and that gives them a lead of 48 runs. They will need to start the last morning well to avoid allowing Warwickshire in a little bit more. They, on the other hand, will know that some early wickets will give them a chance of winning for the third time this year to keep in touch with the new leaders, Somerset.